From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Happy holidays from Weather NorCal and our sponsors. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Well, happy Monday morning to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger. After an active week last week and this weekend, we're getting a bit of a break. Now, I do expect it to be a dry and mild start to the week, but we're expecting a drier pattern this week, but still not completely dry. And then we've got a chance for showers here for Wednesday, better chance for showers across the board as we go into Friday with a stronger system coming in. And then that could linger on into Saturday, Sunday as well. But before we get into all that, let's take a look at Krueger's Quickcast for your Monday, December 30th. Starting off with the rainfall totals over the last 3 days, over 2 to even 3 inches of rain for the North Coast. 1 to 2.5 inches for Siskiyou County, anywhere from about a half an inch to an inch and a half for the Valley, most of it in Redding, and just under a half an inch for places like El Tourist and Susanville. So some good rainfall that we've seen the last 3 days. Now, any chances, any threat for flooding, especially over some of the creeks, streams, and rivers, no longer really a threat. Any flood warnings that we had along the coast have now been allowed to expire, and the rivers are expected to recede through the rest of the day today. So that's certainly some good news there. Out the door for this morning, could see some patchy fog for some of those mountain valleys along the coast. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at mainly sunny skies here through a good portion of the day, and that's all thanks to, of course, high pressure building in here for today. Some activity out over the Pacific that will eventually have an impact on our weather later this week. But for today, if you have outdoor plans, you're in great shape. Just a couple of clouds here for parts of the North Coast, and not to mention out towards Siskiyou County. Otherwise, mainly sunny skies for the rest of us. Things clearing out here for everybody by tonight. And of course, early tomorrow morning, taking you through about 5 a.m., still those clear skies. All right, let's take a look at the chain requirements out there this morning. Mostly east of I-5 as we'd expect. Just those slick roads is mainly going to be for those big rigs, so just be aware of that. But when we look at the forecast road conditions, they will quickly improve throughout the day today. There's still going to be some slick spots, especially areas that maybe are in the shade through most of the day. It may be hard for some of those slick spots to kind of completely clear out. So just use a little bit of caution here over the next few days over the higher elevations. Today, though, I'm expecting temperatures in the mid-50s. So yeah, plenty of sunshine, but still cool out there. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, even some low 40s for the higher elevations. And for the coast, looking at temperatures somewhere in the low to maybe some mid-50s for some of the warmer spots. Looking at that 7-day outlook. So again, we're talking about a drier trend, and it certainly is. We're still going to see some rain, just not as much, not nearly as much as we saw last week. But Wednesday, a chance for showers. Thursday, I think we'll see a break. I think a better chance for measurable rainfall across the board on Friday, and then dry for the Valley at this point, looks like for the weekend. Taking a look at the coast, inland, and for Trinity County. Bit of a different story here. Once we see the showers kick in Wednesday, off and on all the way through this upcoming weekend. That's also the case for Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains. However, Modoc County and the Eastern Mountains will most likely see a break as we go into Thursday, as that system will mainly clip the north and western portions of Northern California. All right, that is Krueger's Quickcast. I hope you have a great rest of your day if you're kind of done looking at the forecast. However, for those of you that want more detail as we go for the rest of this week, even going into this weekend, stick around because we got a lot more to talk about here. So again, we're looking at dry conditions. High pressure is in place right now. Off to the west, though, you see the swirling area of low pressure and more coming in behind that. That's the activity that will be impacting us. And yes, we do have some weak atmospheric rivers that will be impacting us later this week as well. Here you can see Wednesday, New Year's Day, we have this atmospheric river right here. kind of overspreading here into the southern portion of the Pacific Northwest, making its way into Northern California. Then we go into your Thursday. We kind of see that break off a little bit, but still some leftover moisture and another weak atmospheric river. But this is a stronger area of low pressure that's going to tap into that moisture, and I think that's going to bring us even more rainfall by the time we do go into Friday. All right, then Saturday, Sunday, not much in the way of atmospheric rivers really impacting us, but there is going to be some available moisture that we still have these storm systems passing through that could give us a chance for a few showers. So taking a look at the atmospheric river impact, these spikes right here, those are the atmospheric rivers. So here you can see as we go into Wednesday, there's that first chance for rain, especially for the coast. Then again, I think we're going to see a spike here as we go into Thursday into Friday because we do have a better chance for more measurable rainfall, but then it really begins to drop after that as most of the atmospheric rivers will be out of the area. Now again, a reminder of not all atmospheric rivers are the same. It's been associated with over time that atmospheric rivers are doom and gloom and it's the end of the world. Not the case. Atmospheric rivers are essentially a source of moisture for us to see the rain. Some are much more intense than others. An atmospheric river 1 or an AR1 is primarily beneficial rainfall and doesn't create problems. But when you go all the way up to an AR5, it's primarily hazardous. That's when you start seeing more flooding, mudslides, debris flows, and of course very gusty winds. And we can see that even when we get into AR2 and 3, this is when we can start seeing mudslides and debris flows and some localized flooding as well. So again, just kind of keep that in mind when we look at these atmospheric river events. They're not always, and in many times, not going to be a big deal. It's just going to be a source of moisture for the rain that we do have in the forecast. All right, so we take a look at Futurecast. Here you can see today, looks like a great day, no atmospheric rivers, right? Then we go into Tuesday, just some high clouds as we kind of filter in here throughout the day. See how the clouds are kind of overspreading the region, some high and mid-level clouds moving in Tuesday, but still dry across the board. But look it up above my head right here. Yeah, there it is. That's the next system that'll be coming in here on Wednesday. So as we go into Wednesday morning, it's going to hit the coast first. 3,500 to 4,500 foot snow levels, dry for the valley, mainly dry east as well. But then going through the day on Wednesday, that pushes through. Now I think the strongest will be in the mountains of the coast and not as heavy for the valley. At 5 p.m., we're still seeing some of those showers that'll be pushing through. This moves out, but then another system coming in for your Thursday and Friday. So forecast rainfall totals, you can see just how unimpressive it is for the valley. I mean, you're talking maybe 500 of an inch of rainfall, but much more for the coast, not quite an inch, but you can see out towards Crescent City about 9/10 of an inch of rainfall and not as much off towards the north and east. How about that snow? Well, fairly high snow levels, and you can see here maybe a light dusting or a rain-snow mix out towards Mount Shasta. I think it'll be mainly in the form of rain, by the way, for Dunsmuir. I think that's overdoing it. Yeah, but maybe a light dusting out towards Alturas as well. But overall, not a ton of snow, at least with this first system coming in. So we take a look at Futurecast. We saw the timing through Wednesday. There's Wednesday's system kind of passing through as it kind of breaks apart. Doesn't have a ton of energy associated with it, but it is going to bring us a chance for some of those showers. Thursday, mainly to the north and west, and then this is the system coming in on Friday. A bit of a spin of low pressure, certainly a bit stronger. Winds may pick up with this as well, but I think we could see at least the most amount of rainfall and snow for that matter on Friday. Then some leftover instability on Saturday, Sunday, especially for the north coast and some of the higher elevations, but overall not much in the way of rain over this upcoming weekend. So it's mainly Wednesday, Thursday. Those are the two main days that everyone will see that chance for rain. Everywhere in between that, the coast in particular, will continue to see a chance for showers. And as a result, we take you over the next 7 days through Sunday. Look at this. Anywhere from 1.75 to even 3 inches of rain for parts of the north coast. That's not a big surprise, especially when we look at the chances for rain every day starting Wednesday through Sunday. But you look at the valley, most of it's in Redding at about 1/4 of an inch. Keep in mind, what we're looking at here is in a span of 7 days. Really not starting until Wednesday. And you're seeing maybe about 1/10 out towards Red Bluff and Chico, and just as unimpressive off to the north and east. So again, you get the idea. Most of it will be to the north and west of the valley. So with that all being said, you look at the precipitation outlook and you go, well, we're seeing rain in the forecast. Yes, we are, but again, it's not a ton of rainfall for most of us, and that's why we're seeing the drier than normal conditions. So again, keep in mind when we see this, that doesn't always mean it's going to be dry. It just means that we're not going to see above normal rainfall. And in fact, most cases, showers with below normal rainfall for this time of the year. Now, still warmer than normal. That's going to keep those snow levels, for the most part, fairly high. But again, some of the good things that are still coming out of this rain, look at this. In the last 24 hours, Shasta Lake has risen 4.63 feet. Trinity Lake, 2.3, almost 5 feet for Lake Oroville. So yes, we're continuing to see these lakes rise thanks to all the rain that we did see last week and this past weekend. And even though things are drying out, unless they start really, increasing the amount of water they've let out of these dams, we'll probably continue to see some fairly impressive increases here over the next couple of days. Here's a look at your ski report. Looks pretty good out at Mount Shasta Ski Park with 64 inches out at the summit. And boy, 100% open. Should be some great couple of days to get out there, go skiing out at the ski park. Now, the forecast snow totals through 6 p.m. Tuesday, yeah, we're not going to see anything. You saw that on Futurecast, right? But we could be looking at anywhere from 2 to even upwards of 5 inches out at the ski park. So certainly a welcome sight there as we go into your Wednesday. The winds, actually a bit breezy this afternoon, coming in from the north for the valley. So don't be surprised if you're in the valley and those winds pick up a little bit here, a little breezy, but not that bad. Then we go into your Tuesday. Fairly calm winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour across the board, and with the approaching system coming in on Wednesday, that will bring us some gusty winds along the coast, but not so bad elsewhere, 20 to 30 miles per hour for the coast. Looking at the wave heights for today and even into tomorrow, you'll see that they are decreasing. So no smoke craft advisories, no hazardous seas warnings of anything of that nature. As you can see, the winds are from the northeast at 5 to 10 knots. There's your high and your low tide, and no advisories in the forecast. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Your temperatures will be in the mid 40s, give or take, pretty much anywhere you go. So again, dry today, tomorrow, starting Wednesday through this weekend, off and on chances for rain. The biggest events will be Wednesday and Friday. The North Coast, same situation there. Wednesday through the weekend, off and on chances for showers, but it will be dry today and tomorrow. 54 degrees for a high today in Smith River, 50 in Orleans and Willow Creek, about 47 degrees. For Siskiyou County, same situation here. Once we see the showers kick in on Wednesday, it's off and on through the weekend. But again, this is not a washout. This looks really intimidating. It's not going to be a lot of rain or snow. We take you off to Modoc County. Same situation, although I think we may see a break on Thursday, slimmer chances Thursday, better chances going into Friday and through the weekend. Eastern Mountains, looks like you also will see that break on Thursday, showers possibly on Friday, of course, better chances, and then really just a slight chance over the weekend. By the way, for everyone that sees a chance for rain over the weekend, it's not going to be much. Most of it will be Wednesday and Friday. Now for the valley, what we've got here, chance for showers in Chico, dry on Thursday, better chances for rain on Friday, and then dry through the weekend. We take you up north, same situation for pretty much everyone in the valley. You've got the showers, I think better chances for showers for places like Redding and Red Bluff, dry on Thursday. More showers for everybody on Friday, and then the weekend, for now, I am keeping the valley dry. And you'll see that when we look at that 7-day outlook for Redding. We got dry conditions Thursday. Temperatures, not warming up a whole lot. We should stay below 60s with generally mid to upper 50s for those daytime highs. A bit cooler on Wednesday, though, with a high of 50. That's your morning update. I'll be back again this afternoon with the latest forecast. Have a great morning.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones, too. Because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.